This is the area we took off on the wide side of the blade bone.
Okay.
That we can possibly get some flat iron steaks out of.
On today's video, we're going to show you how to bone out a venison front shoulder, and we're also going to show you where to find those flat iron steaks. That right there is done just perfect. Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. Well, the venison front shoulder contains a lot of smaller muscle groups and a lot of connective tissue. So the venison front shoulder usually isn't considered a great option for steaks. Oftentimes the front shoulder is utilized for stew meat, canning meat, roasts, or my favorite is to grind it up into burger. But there is one cut of meat on a venison front shoulder that, with a little effort, can be transformed into an excellent cut of steak. This cut is referred to as the flat iron steak. My dad, the veteran deer processor, is going to show you how to bone out that venison front shoulder and also how he gets out those flat iron steaks. And then, a little later on in the video, we'll fry them up and give them a try.
Go ahead and just take all the meat off the bone. You start in here on the shank on the smooth side, follow the bone all the way up and around. You can see as it comes around, you can feel that with your knife as you go. It's right across the top of this kneecap. Take the meat off there. And like I say, underneath you have a concave area. Goes up underneath there, and all that meat sort of fits right in a pouch there. Take off that particular piece of meat, put it in here. We'll trim this up later. And you can go up to this part of the bone. Come right up to that next socket I was telling you about, which is right up in here. We'll just go back and go across this other part of the kneecap. Get down underneath in it, underneath on the back side. Try to get this here. Come off this part of the kneecap. Just loosen all the meat up so you can get the bone coming up free for you. As I said, there's a socket right up in here. Split that socket. It'll start to dissolve this joint for you much easier. And that's the full leg with the kneecap or elbow joint, whatever you want to call it. Take this off of here. Square it off. It's going to be trim. Good trim. And then, like we usually did, there's the hard ridge bone. Get down alongside of it. Then we'll try to get off this area where the so-called flat iron steaks can come from. So, right across this wide part of this blade bone.
Let's go look at the bone. That's all bone.
Yeah, this here is where it came out.
Okay.
And then this part that was laying here. This is the area we took off on the wide side of the blade bone
Okay.
that we can possibly get some flat iron steaks out of. Okay, like I was telling you in that flat iron steak, this piece of, let's see if I can expose it. This is really tough. And that does run down the center of this. At a little bit of an angle. So you don't want to have that on your steak, obviously. And otherwise you can go ahead and cut this into steak just like that, but every one's going to have a chunk of this in it, you know. So I'll take the knife and try to fillet the top slab of meat off of this. And I can actually get it started where you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. See how it's running along in there? I'm just going to try to fillet this top slab off there. It will actually run out of it pretty quick. But I'm going to try to get this off of there. And you can probably get yourself one, if not two pretty good steaks out of it. It's this. Now I'll try to get this piece off the bottom, but the piece off the bottom also has to have this come off of it, because this is solid silver, you know. So like I say, you know, in deer, it's if it's beef, this thing is about that big and about that thick. You know, that's why you can get good steaks out of beef. But I'll get this off of here. I get at least maybe one more steak off of this back part. Let me see if I can kind of do it this way. That is very, very tough. I mean, you can saw on that.
Right.
So you don't want to have that in a steak. Square this off here a little bit. Square this off. And I'm going to clean this up, and then you can use this whole thing just as a steak.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, I was surprised on beef how good they are. Man,
Yeah.
I was really surprised. There, looks a little cleaner.
Mm-hmm. So there's the two flat iron steaks.
Two flat iron steaks that you got out of this deer, and believe me, they'd be much smaller out of regular deer. This is a pretty good sized deer, you know.
Yeah.
If you wanted to try to monkey with them, but I thought this was big enough to. Yeah, these will fry up great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they are tender. Or
Yeah.
you can do anything you want with them. They're very, like I say, real tender, stir fry,
Yeah.
whatever.
So you're looking at two steaks like that per shoulder,
Right,
per front shoulder.
per front shoulder on
Yeah.
decent sized deer.
Yeah.
Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. Now, if you're going to be out deer hunting this fall, don't forget to stop by Camaro's Crawlers and pick up a bag of Last Supper deer corn. Last Supper deer corn is the only deer corn infused with caffeine. That'll keep those big bucks up and moving all day long. And Last Supper deer corn is the only deer corn coated with Viagra. That'll keep that rut going all season long. And archery hunters, don't forget to stop by Camaro's Crawlers and check out Ronnie Camaro's full lineup of used arrows. For all your hunting needs, Camaro's Crawlers has you covered. Frying these up.
some butter in the pan, bacon fat, salt and pepper, and we also splashed around a little olive oil in the pan before we threw them in. And what is it, about a couple minutes on each side, huh? Yeah, a couple minutes on each side. And that really should do it.
It's like the day after I left, and he's not even gonna go back until after he leaves my house.
Very good and very tender. That right there is done just perfect. Excellent job, Marie.
Thank you.
And hey guys, if you want to watch more videos on deer hunting, deer camp, and deer processing, be sure to check out the whole channel. And also, remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. Thanks for watching, and God bless.